All right, good morning. I'm meteorologist Byron Douglas. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to be covering the news and the weather portion. The weather portion, generally, we got Casey's out on his story. Mitch is busy as well, so we're just going to do a little weather update. We do have some fog advisories, so if you tune in, I'll say good morning to you. Thanks for tuning in here. And just give me a heads up that you can hear all right, because I haven't started a stream in a while. So I want to make sure everything's working okay. By the way, if you're doing any traveling, I'll take this full here. If you're doing any traveling, all the advisories are up in Pennsylvania, east of Pittsburgh. Looks like north of Philadelphia, east of Buffalo. You get into New York, does not include, doesn't see Long Island down in there, and then Vermont, New Hampshire. And they have whittled back those winter storm warnings out west, out where you would expect it, Montana, in Idaho, and those locations. And let's take a look at this dense fog advisory. They added this very early this morning. This goes until 9. We could still have some spotty fog as we go to the afternoon. Now, if you've cleared skies out, clouds will have a tendency to fill back in, but we're oscillating between a little bit of sunshine, areas here up to the north, and then the fog covers Carmi, Crossville. This will go until 9. And then even we've had some out at the airport at one time, we had visibility down to about a half mile. So some of the usual low spots are seeing some fog. No delays at any of our airports. We had a live look earlier in Buffalo showing a little snow there. They've gone from 32 up to 34, but that's not one of our major connections. Atlanta at 54, and then Dallas-Fort Worth at 68. And up at O'Hare, they're currently at 40, which is mild by Chicago standards. So visibility is not the best as we look out at the Twin Bridges. North and southbound traffic is moving along okay at this hour. But these are the low clouds we're going to be dealing with not only today, tonight, and even some could even be a foggy Christmas Eve across portions of the area. And let's check. Yes, I do have the visibility. I thought they might add a few additional counties, but Vandenberg visibility is at 3 miles. We can work with that. 1.5 miles in Mount Carmel. So if you're going north on US 41, north of Petersburg on I-69, north there of the White River, and then if you're heading over to St. Louis, allow extra time. You're going to St. Louis to connect with a flight there. So we have a lot of this fog kind of along US 41 in points to the west. So it's going to be with us. A lot of times we think we just, not in all cases, but especially with the low sun angle, we don't always work the fog off after the sun popped a little after 7 this morning. All right, Doppler radar, we do have a few showers between here in Nashville. This is spotty light rain. We'd be measuring in hundredths of an inch. And let's take a look at the temps. Where we are having some fog, 43 in Fairfield now is up to 53. We have a 54 at Evansville. Our average low is in the 20s, so we're well above that. 59 in Owensboro. So good morning to you, Laura. I'm going to say good morning to you, a few folks. Josephine, Donna, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. If you're traveling from somewhere or if you're in our area visiting, a shout out to your hometown, go ahead and do that. We'll be glad to do that for you. Cloud guidance, generally overcast skies. We have some cloud layers below 1,000 feet or so. This is kind of the theme we're in. If you work in a little bit of sunshine, if we catch a little sunshine, we're going to be up in record high territory today. 68 is the record in set in 1933. So we'll be close. We'll be at 66. Flat out mild tonight, down to about 50. Some scattered drizzles, some of the outlying areas dropping into the upper 40s. And then for tomorrow, kind of patchy fog in early. The temperatures will be near the dew point, so some spotty drizzle at times with highs in the lower 60s. As we go forward throughout the day, some spotty light showers, maybe 1/2 hundredths in the rain gauge. So you can probably leave your umbrella at home unless you want to take it along. But these are just some light showers. And you just need a spring jacket. That's all you need. Most of our showers will hover down in our southern tiered counties, Madisonville, Central City, Greenville, during that stretch. Now as we go into Wednesday, winds will kind of curve out of the southeast. High temps will be in the lower 60s. As you go through, so we don't have any chances for a white Christmas. Those will be well outside of our viewing area. In fact, the lower 48, most all the U.S. states are going to be above normal. And this takes us into Christmas Day, cloudy with some spotty showers. I'm going to keep spotty rain in during the afternoon, kind of even chances for some showers as we go into Christmas Day. Winds will be southwesterly, but those low temperatures will be staying above freezing. Now as we go into Friday, this is where we could work in a little bit of sunshine and push temperatures up near record high. We're looking at highs near 70. We might add some alert time Saturday night into Sunday. We have a front that's going to work through on Sunday. So we're going to go from the upper 50s down into the 20s for highs on Monday. So there's enough energy to support. Still early in the game. We haven't had launched an alert day, but that's some of the next time that we could see some possible alert day timing as we go into Sunday. So there's a look at Santa waving Christmas Day. It's 68. In the meantime, we'll have these low clouds to deal with. On Christmas Day, it's not an all-day rain. It's kind of just, spotty light showers. And then as we grab this fold, there's 70 in late December. 61 on Saturday, then temperatures will nosedive into the upper 20s, generally in the teens, but high temperatures on Monday will only be in the upper 20s. Laura watching from Dawson Springs. Suzanne, good morning to you. Scott, good morning up in Dale, Indiana, northern Spencer County. Dale, St. Henry. I want to get up to that place and have breakfast up there when I get caught up. Corey, good morning to you. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to let the 7 days sit there for a few folks that are on here for a few minutes. And again, if you have a shout out to your hometown, if you're traveling here and you found us, we do appreciate it. We're going to have more information on our 14 First Alert weather app. Keep in mind, if you're headed over to St. Louis, there is some fog along Interstate 64. So allow extra time. At least we don't have any freezing fog. Tina, Darlene, good morning to you. We appreciate all of you. I'm going to leave the 7 day here for a few. We'll have more soon. And if any fog updates are extended, we'll have more on our 14 First Alert weather app. Going to be very mild. Hopefully we'll catch some opportunities for some snow in January. On a weekend or something like that. We don't even want to miss school. But I'll talk to you soon.